Company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. In here trying to size up my screen to my projector. I decided I was going to use long throw in here, but I don't want to connect anything to the wall. And I decided to go with the ultra short throw projector Sony. So that is my Sony projector down there on the floor. Price tag I paid for that projector when I got it was around $300. So I'm taking off the remainder of the frog tape, but I want to do some of that on camera. Let's see how my OLED wall projection screen using our Extreme Black Widow. I might have to size my screen up a little bit, push it in right near on the border. I always have the option to expand my screen if I choose to. I want to go down that road. This has a lens shift in here too. There we go. So, because I can get a much bigger screen size, I can always go in, retape, and expand my screen to make it bigger. Which I'm probably going to do. Get a much bigger size out of it. Keep on over doing this way. So, I'm probably going to expand my screen size to make it bigger. Because, why not? I do like the size, I want it a little bit more bigger than what it is. So I can always put another tape line around it and paint over it. You actually get a much bigger screen size. Just want to expand it, probably make it a little bit more bigger. But for right now, this is fantastic. I'm using my Sony 720p projector. That's what I have on the floor. That's what we're using right now. There it is right there. There's the Sony Ultra Short Throw. Now, as I said before, see how this room is bone white. Floor is bone white. This room generates a lot of light. A lot of it. So the fact that I can have my $300 720p projector in this well-lit environment with all these big white walls in here, and my screen not washed out. This is what I explained to you why watching demonstrations of ultra short those sitting in the dark, that's not supposed to be. So now we gotta do now is wire management and cover all these wires up on the floor, get them all hidden, and we're good to go. Doesn't look real too, does it? With the white walls and that black screen. Fantasy Snow Screensaver. Oh, she has to be unplugged, probably so again. Fantasy Snow Screensaver. Oh, she's not working. Let's try it again. Alexa, Fantasy Snow Screensaver. Oh, she's definitely in command. Let's unplug her, put her back in.
That's what happens from time to time with technology. Does not want to work right. Unplug her, put her back in.
She just refuses to listen. Oh man, this is a nice screen. Paint right directly to the wall. Like I said, if you have the option to paint to the wall, paint to the wall. I wanted to do a levitating screen, but it wouldn't work. We didn't have the distance for it. It wasn't going to work. I bought in multiple projectors. We just couldn't get the screen to levitate the way we wanted to. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to paint it to the wall. Let's see, she'll listen to us on this one. Now, my projector is in Eco Mode 2. So it's not up on full brightness on here. Let's try her again. Fantasy Snow Screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now she's listening. There we go. Desired Nature.
Getting that from YouTube.
Can architecture students empower global sustainability? Dare to ask. Dare to answer.
And my ultra short throw projector 720p Sony is 3,000 lumens. Funny that the P2 has a 2:1 and it can't see contrast at all. Has to be stuck in dark environments, can't be used in fully lit environments due to the fact that the screen can't accept the contrast levels. My projector has a 2,000:1 contrast ratio. That's why it comes down to the screen. Without the screen, your projector's worth nothing. So the door lights out. It ain't gonna make much of a difference, honestly. Yeah.
At Domino's, you can get more than just your favorite pizza. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread bites, molten lava crunch cakes, and yes, medium two-topping pizzas as well. Carry out any two or more mix and match items for $5.99 each or get them delivered for $6.99 each.
Something else. Put some color in it. QLED contrast demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
For your best gaming experience, flex your curves. LG OLED TV Flex.
What's the feedback? I mean, nothing on it though. I'm gonna have to redirect this right now. Tape this. This keeps going up completely out of socket. No scissors up there, right? Nope. Not one. Alright, let me sit back down there. Sit in the chair regular. Try to get that taped up. Using the
Wawa's 2 for $5 Sizzling deal makes breakfast the most important deal of the day because that.
find it interesting that when people do fake reviews against their products, they're always in the dark for some reason. This is why we get canceled orders. If you notice, no dark corners, dark pockets, none of that nonsense anywhere. Nice and bright, full of light. No white light pushing out the side of the screen. You don't know how to do your demonstrations right. This room is particularly designed to be bright as we could possibly get it, so we can show a screen off in a room in a fully lit environment. This is how your screen is supposed to function, not in the dark. A dark should be an option, not a must. That's the problem. Dark is a must. Some screens, it's not for ours. It's an option. Demonstrations, and they're doing those demonstrations in the dark, and that's where you're going to be at, in the dark. Screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Like I said, Spider put his challenge in me for this. You know, me to compete. Room's too much light in the room. That's what I keep telling you. Ultra short throw projectors, you're not supposed to be in the dark with those things. You can have lights on if you want, but being in the dark is supposed to be an option, not a must. So what? I can sit in all this light, watch outer space. This is something they can't do because the screen can't maintain a contrast level. And it can't be in this brighter environment. I'm gonna run the RetroPie up here. Definitely play up here instead. I got my Dreamcast over here too. And that's a gaming PC too, which I can hook up. Every single ultra short throw demonstration that I saw on YouTube, every single one sat in the dark. Every single one. Can't make out anything in the environment. You can see everything in my environment crystal clear. Everything. Everything. Crystal clear. If your ultra short throw projector can't pick up an environment like this, can't maintain a 100% contrast level, then there's something wrong with your screen. So you can see every corner, nothing's in the dark. Oh, and those who wonder about the ceiling, that's a projection screen up there. I can actually project off my ceiling if I want to. So I explained to you, those of you who have those P2 projectors, if you're using it on a green screen, you've already failed your projector that fast, that quick. Even with your 2 million to 1, you still can't see a contrast level. And if you think I'm joking, I'll give you a challenge. I'll stick you in an all bright environment, turn all your lights on, and then pull out a star field demonstration and see if your screen can maintain it. Your projector won't even be to pick it up. So if you're stuck in the dark and you're trying to contrast level, then that clearly tells you that something's wrong. All that money, 2 million to 1 contrast, and you sit in the dark. 720p, 2000 to 1 contrast, and I can be in a fully lit environment. I can even see the keys on the keyboard, and individual lights right there. Goodness. See that? I type on my keyboard. Y'all can't see that. The reason why I'm making that point is because certified screens have you sitting in the dark. Untested mixes have you sitting in the dark. Our technology can have you sitting in the light. I could sit right there and I could read a book, watch my screen at the same time. I'll tell you one thing, we better never do a challenge called Match My Environment. That's not going to go well. Okay, well, I'm going downstairs and watch a little TV. I'm definitely going to be using this room a lot. I like it in here. I like this bright white. I love it. Space station. Screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Be able to sit in this chair and watch contrast levels and all its lights, it's fantastic. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
I can make this a challenge. Pull a 100% black level, a Starfield screensaver, in a fully lit environment. I'm not talking about little lights peppered out in the environment. I'm talking about fully lit, bright environment. Can't wait till tomorrow morning to open up the windowless lighting. TLC 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Transition. Which means we can go from bright to dark. It's the same with the lights on and off. Real ambient light projection technology. The whole purpose of the ultra short throw projector was to give you the ability to have a TV-like setting. That's what they're designed for. To give you that TV-like experience. The problem is that most people will never get that TV-like experience because they can't see exactly what the projector is designed to do, and they have to be stuck in a dark environment. When you buy a TV, are you stuck in a dark environment? Nope. You can have all your lights on, the window open, the whole 9 yards, watch the game, whatever. So why is it with a $3,300 projector or more or less, you're stuck in the dark? And that's supposed to be designed like a TV setup. now we have an ultra short though downstairs at 150 inches on display, which we show at the end of the day. If you want a 150 inch screen, you can have a 150 inch screen. You don't have to buy a special projector to do it. You just have to have the right screen. Panasonic 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
One of the darkest demonstrations I've seen. This is by Panasonic. So at 100% black level. That's why we explain, you go to forum sites, if you have even with the 2.0, you're going to pick up a good shade of gray, better than most screens on the market. But a 100% black level only comes from our technology. It comes from the Extreme, and the 44s have that ability. Pretty soon the 47 is going to have one too. That's the gamer paint. But I love when I go to forum sites and people say, oh, I can see a contrast. No, you're not seeing a contrast level. You're seeing dark shades of gray. Where did they got that? LG Fish black background fish tank.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is the one with the black background on it. I should do it like a nice 235.1 display. Is that one Mr. Franklin? No, that's something different. That's a new cat. I've never seen that one before. I'll be back. Who are you? I'm with a fuzzy monster. What? Yeah, that one's got tags. That one's definitely belonging to somebody. I think it's a neighbor's cat. What was that cat? It's a furry one. She is. the bottom subwoofer over here. That's what I'm gonna put in. Ooh, yes. So setup right here, definitely. That's Sony on here.
It's Macy's Labor Day sale with our lowest prices of the season for your home, like the Jillian sectional.
But it's gonna affect the screen. Doesn't make a difference if your lights are on off, the picture's gonna look the same. Taking the lights off to show up the floor, my setup in here. But it doesn't affect the screen in any way. See? See the same. It's an ambient light rejection technology. Yeah, I'm gonna show you something real quick. The entire time we're sitting in here, right? My projector's in eco mode 2. The entire time. So my machine's sitting in eco mode the entire time, all of them. You don't have to have them on bright because again, screens generate a lot of white light, so we don't have to have them that bright. Let's see, what are we shutting off in here? Overheads. Let's see. Oh, that's just about done. Which is interesting because doing all this work just to end up getting ready to move to my new place. Oh yeah, Mr. Bird's been up hunting. Time for me to upgrade. Time for me to leave soon. Let me see. My portfolio is almost there. Almost time for me to start looking at a different place. This time, I want something with a big gourmet kitchen. Nice big island, big windows, high ceilings. That's what I want. That's my next move. That's what I'm getting next. My kitchen will be 3 times the size of this. Then again, my people are talking about, oh, you don't need anything that big to begin with, because the bottom line is you got to clean it. And that's true. I do got to clean it. So I'm deciding what I'm going to do yet. But I knew that I'm getting something better. This is a nice place. Don't get me wrong. I love it here. I do. But it's time for me to upgrade. I always upgrade. Every time I get a chance to get my portfolio where I need to get it, I always upgrade. Started in a little rented room. Built my company from there. Got a little tiny house from there. And kept upgrading as I went along. And I ended up here. So now it's time to move on to get something bigger. Or I don't know. Maybe a little smaller. I don't know what I've decided. I don't even know what I want to do at the end of the day. I know I want something better. So if I want something better, I do want a more advanced kitchen. I want a much bigger bathroom. My goodness. I went over to my sister and where she lives at, and I want to go to use her bathroom. My goodness, it's a small bathroom. I lie to you not. It's huge. It's a walk-in shower. I'm like, is that a bench in your shower? Literally, walk-in all marble shower. Like 20 different shower heads in there. Freaking insane. Area we can sit down. Got a radio in there and a freaking TV. I'm thinking, I gotta upgrade. Got a nice setup, man. Don't get me wrong, I'm always thankful for what I get, but if I got the money to upgrade, why not? Okay, let me see. How to watch some cartoons. Who the freak is barbecuing? Man. You out there got it blazing. Well, that's pretty much it. We got the screen painted to the wall. I like it. I wanted to go with the levitating screen, but it was a freaking headache. Because we couldn't put the screen wouldn't sit right, and then we couldn't get the ultra short throws to adjust to the screen, and that became a headache. And then the long throws, we didn't want those in there because I don't want heat blowing all over the place. I don't want the stands in the back. Yeah, so didn't work out the way I wanted to. So I just said, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to paint it to the wall and be done. This would have been a levitating screen, but there's a radiator in the way. But it's actually hanging up like that from my ceiling. Well, that's the only reason why I couldn't do the levitating screen here, because there's a radiator in the way. Can't be anything underneath the screen. All right, so we're done. At least the screen that's done. I got to order my speaker system for that. And then the interesting thing about it is, when it's time for me to go, all this is going to disappear. Just like I did the other house. I used to have a big screen there, painted over it, got it done, gone. Everything in here is just going to be back to normal the way it is. I hired my crew, which I have a professional painter that I pay that comes in and basically does the work. He's licensed and bonded. And anytime I come into a house and I do my own thing in here, he puts everything back together. Kind of reminds me of Thing. Who's the guy on freaking with Thing 1 and Thing 2, that machine that came in and put the house back to normal? That's what he does. That's what I pay him to do. So he'll put everything back the way it was. And that's it. It's time for me to leave. It was nice, I'll tell you that much. I did enjoy my time here. Okay, people, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Yeah, 39 Black Widow. Look how bright that thing comes off. The other thing is super bright. And that is my 720p 600 by 800 res projector. I paid a whopping $150 for. And Taco, I think Taco's down here somewhere. I'm going to sit here and watch a little TV, and hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. If you're interested in the 39 Black Widow, we have available on the website. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless.